So hi Brett, thanks for the tour last week on your farm in the Wadi, and now I would like to see what's up here.
Well, glad you made it. Yeah, we're up on Dici Hrady, and this is a big plateau. If we were to walk a little bit up the hill, you could turn in a circle and you can see Prague in a full 360 around. But yeah, we're basically just right above the valley where the main garden is. And this field is 7-acre, 3-hectare field. This is also Magistrat, like the city of Prague owns this land just like down below in the garden. Before we started, I'll point out, this is kind of cool. We had extra potato. We bought potatoes to plant this year, and we had extra that we didn't have space for in beds that we had prepared. So we just threw them in some leaves, just like dug them in piles of leaves. These are not in the ground. Never dug in the ground. Like literally just took a potato, stuck it in the leaves, and now we've got, a nice handful of potatoes.
They look real good.
Yeah, there's more. Yeah, our whole style of farming is we don't till the ground or really dig it up in any way. We just throw organic material like leaves or hay on the ground, and then we plant into it, or compost too. So it's very nice this year that we've really focused on the hedges. And looking at photos just a few days ago, when we planted it out, it was just really like sticks, like little sticks along the fence line, and now it's really starting to fill in. And while we're up here, we'll probably see lots of birds. There's wild pheasants that are always hanging out up here, all kinds of birds. We have a lot of houses now, and we've added a few like big perches for birds of prey, and it's very often that we'll see them up here. So we're in the process now completing our first little infrastructure project up here to make a tool shed, which is a really huge upgrade for us because we have there is no water up here aside from rainwater. So now with the shed and the roof, we'll be able to at least catch some water. So you'll see as we walk up between the beds of crops that we planted out rows. You could, I guess, call this an agroforestry design. So the idea being that this land in the past was an orchard, and that's why we were able to plant so many trees. Usually it's not allowed to plant trees on agricultural land. But we spaced the rows of the trees quite far from each other, like much further than in a typical like intensive modern orchard setting. And so that's the idea being that once those trees grow to full size, there will still be enough light that can allow annual vegetables to grow in between the rows of trees. So none of these trees have the same neighbor. This is an apricot, there's a pear, and then there's a plum. This is another plum, and then an apple. Well, under each of the fruit trees, we planted a variety of all different kinds of herbs, elbow herbs. So this is lavender. This is lemon balm. This is called anise hyssop, and we have thyme as well here. It all looks quite sad. It's a really dry year. Last time I was looking online, I couldn't really get a definitive answer, but it was between the driest year in 65 and 500 years. Okay. According to what you consult. So bottom line is it's very dry this year. We planted, this is a sea buckthorn under the apricot, and this we just harvested, so there's not many berries left. I gave you a sample of the juice. Did you try it out?
Yeah, well, I tried it, but I gave it to my mother and she loved it.
Cool, nice. The sea buckthorn has a nice ability to grow in very harsh conditions, and it also fixes nitrogen or collects nitrogen from the air and it puts it in the soil. So we planted a lot of sea buckthorn near the fruit trees in order to kind of feed and help the fruit trees grow. This spot here is potatoes, and same like we just saw, same style of growing. So a few rows we dug in the ground, but there doesn't seem to be much difference than just laying a potato on the ground and covering it with leaves. The only difficulty, obviously a lot less digging, you just have to move a lot of material and keep covering it.
And where do you get all those leaves?
We have a few contacts for companies that
You got a leaf dealer?
we got a leaf dealer. We know a few guys. Yeah. There's a few cemeteries around here which tend to be clean or cleaner. There's not as much like traffic or trash.
Yeah.
And so we've contacted a few landscaping companies and they bring us the leaves by the truckload. So these are no dig, never irrigated tomatoes.
Never irrigated?
Never irrigated.
Okay.
This is just purely what's fallen from the sky this year. And this is a totally different story. I think mainly because of the manure. For a few years now, we've been just adding lots of horse manure, lots of straw, and we brought in some compost as well. But you can see here, like a really beautiful soil. There's a lot of life. You'll find, you don't have to dig too. Yeah, there's a worm. You know, there's a bunch of worms.
Yep.
And, you know, it's, aside from July, it really has barely rained this entire year. And you can see how moist the soil is. You don't have to dig down too far to see that. So that's really, it's mostly the manure and the biology. Because with leaves, of course, it's organic material, like feeding the soil. But with the manure, you have like a really, just a burst of life. Maybe worth pointing out, we use a black plastic silage tarp, and that's a method of weed control. So when we're ready, like this was garlic this year, we harvested out the garlic and then we put this, we actually tried to grow beans here and they all got eaten by slugs. We threw the tarp on just to kill the weeds, get it ready for next year. So you can see one of the last things fruiting, nice peach tree. Yeah, it's doing great. It was very satisfying when I saw it was fruiting because there was some old lady walking by in the spring when I was trimming the trees, and she said that there's no way that the peaches will ever fruit up here on the field, that it's too exposed and cold. And so it was very satisfying this summer when I saw how well they were doing.
Eat this, old lady.
Yep.
You combine the pumpkins with sunflowers?
Yeah, when we planted the pumpkins, we actually had a nice brigada, like work day from Český spořitelně bank. So there was like 15 IT people that came and helped, and we made these two beds, two pumpkin beds, and then at the end, I just handed out some sunflower seeds, and they just went down the line and poked in some seeds.
Oh, plums.
Yeah, taste one if you want.
Oh, thank you.
So I was talking to a friend from Vietnam recently, and he was telling me that
You got friends all over.
yeah, it's actually one of my former students. But he was telling me that leaves with holes in them that are slightly eaten in Vietnam are actually very valuable because it shows that they weren't sprayed with any chemicals.
Yeah.
I've realized that probably like 1 in every 3 like plums or cherries that you eat has the like little, how do you call it in Czech?
Cherry?
Yeah, červí.
A little worm in it?
Yeah, a little worm in it. But actually, it's like, if you don't look, those ones are usually the most tastiest. Actually, the majority of the land up here under our care right now is just pasture.
Yeah.
There's this northern strip is a flowering meadow. And then on the very north, we planted a row of walnuts. We have a row of chestnuts where the bees are. This row of bees, and there's a postolka. Yeah, so the smallest bird of prey. You'll see them up here often. This is pecans.
You can't really see it on the video, but the bird is sitting right here. What do they eat? Just like mice?
Yeah, small rodents.
Maybe the raboš?
Raboš, yeah.
What do you call the raboš?
This is one of those words that I've only learned in Czech. I know that what it is, but
you don't have them in the US?
I'm sure we do, but I don't know what it would be called.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even small rodent.
Yeah, I only just learned that a postolka is kestrel falcon, but I just knew it as postolka. Yeah, there's nice blackberries growing here as well. These are a thornless variety, so they're a lot easier to pick.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Well, Brett, thank you very much for all the nice sweet fruits you gave me here and for the tour. I already was once at your farm down below, but I always wondered how it looks up here, and it looks really nice.
Yeah, well, thanks for coming up. Glad to show you around.